Many roads, one present choice. This is a story about a mapmaker who discovers a magical atlas showing every life he might have lived. The more possibilities he studies, the more he realizes that peace is not hidden in another road, but in the awareness choosing now. Lucien made maps for a living. Mountain roads, river crossings, trade routes, hidden footpaths. He loved knowing where every road began and where it might lead. But privately, Lucien was haunted by another kind of map. What if I had married Celeste? What if I had moved east? What if I had accepted that apprenticeship? What if I had stayed? What if I had left sooner? His mind drew roads no paper could hold. One rainy evening, an old traveller entered his shop carrying a leather-bound atlas. "No title?" Lucien asked. "It writes its own." The traveller placed it on the table. Lucien opened the cover. A map appeared. At its centre was his childhood home. From it stretched hundreds of glowing roads. He touched one. Suddenly he saw himself living beside the sea, married, raising 3 children. Another road showed him wealthy in the capital. Another showed him becoming a painter, another a farmer, another alone in a mountain cabin. Lucien stared. "These are possible lives? Possible stories," said the traveller. Lucien barely heard him. He spent the entire night turning pages. On one path he was admired, on another forgotten. In one life he married Celeste, in another they never met. In one his father lived 20 years longer. In another Lucien became famous but miserable. Some roads looked beautiful until he followed them farther. Some that began painfully opened into unexpected joy. Soon Lucien stopped working. Customers waited. Meals went cold. He studied the atlas obsessively. "If I can find the best road," he told himself, "I'll finally know what I should have done." But every road divided again, and again, and again. One afternoon his sister Mara found him surrounded by maps. "You haven't left this room in 6 days." "I'm close. To what?" "The life I was supposed to live." Mara looked at the endless glowing pages. "And when you find it," Lucien hesitated, "I'll know why this life feels incomplete." She closed the atlas. Lucien snapped, "Don't!" The room went dark. Only rain tapped the window. Mara said quietly, "Do you notice that while you study every possible life, you are missing the one happening?" Lucien opened the atlas again. That night he chose a road where he had become a celebrated explorer. He watched himself receive medals. Then he saw himself awake at 60, wondering whether he should have stayed home. Lucien frowned. He chose another road. There he had remained in his village, married young and raised a family. At 70, that Lucien wondered whether he should have travelled. Every imagined life contained another imagined life. Every choice generated another question. The atlas was not answering the ego's search. It was multiplying it. At dawn, the old traveller returned. Lucien demanded, "Which road is right?" The traveller looked amused. "Right for what?" "For peace." "Have you found peace on any page?" "No." "Perhaps because peace is not a destination on the map." Lucien pushed the atlas toward him. "Then why show me all this? To help you notice who is looking." Lucien frowned. "The mapmaker? Before the mapmaker. The man who made choices? Before the choices." Lucien became still. The traveller opened the atlas. Hundreds of Luciens appeared. Young, old, rich, poor, married, alone, successful, unknown. "Which one is you?" he asked. "All of them could have been." "That wasn't my question." Lucien stared at the pages. Every version changed. Every circumstance changed. But something was aware of them all. The traveller tapped the centre of the book. "The ego asks, 'Which life should I choose?'" Lucien listened. "A quieter question asks, 'Who am I beyond every possible life?'" For a moment Lucien felt the room widen. He saw that he had spent years searching horizontally through stories, different careers, different relationships, different futures, as if somewhere among them was the missing piece that would complete him. But every road belonged to time, every identity belonged to a story, and no story could give wholeness to what had never truly been divided. Lucien whispered, "Then choices don't matter." "They matter in the dream because they express the teacher you are following." "So what do I choose?" The traveller pointed toward the window. Outside, Mara was waiting under an umbrella. "She invited you to breakfast." Lucien laughed. "That's your great spiritual instruction?" "It is the choice before you now." Lucien closed the atlas. For the first time, he did not need to know what breakfast would lead to. He joined Mara. They walked through rain. She talked. He listened. Nothing extraordinary happened. And yet Lucien felt strangely free. In the weeks that followed, he returned to making maps, but he stopped asking roads to tell him who he was. When regret appeared, he noticed it. When imagined futures multiplied, he noticed them too. Then he returned to the present choice: fear or trust, grievance or forgiveness, defend or join, rush ahead or be here. Years later, the magical atlas still sat on his shelf. Visitors begged to see their possible lives. Lucien rarely opened it. Instead, he kept a small compass beside it engraved with the words, "No road leads to now. You are already here." And whenever someone asked which path would finally make them whole, Lucien would smile. The perfect timeline cannot complete you. He would close the map, choose peace here, and the road becomes secondary. May we sing, rest, and dance our way home together.